Jewish people have received reparations.
In what way?
These myths matter.
So the idea that this is sort of like a zero sum, the money goes out, we get nothing back, that's actually not.
Ben Shapiro said reparations won't work. But Charlamagne the God said this thing that destroyed his whole argument. Now, for those who don't know or might not know who Ben Shapiro is, okay, Benjamin Aaron Shapiro is an American conservative political commentator, media host, and attorney. He writes columns for Creators Syndicate, Newsweek, and Omni Magazine, and is editor emeritus. You know I can't read, y'all. For the Daily Wire, which he co-founded in 2015. So I believe this guy is a. I ain't know. I can only be me. He's a so-called Jew, but he is an Ashkenazi Jew from a distinct subgroup of the Jewish diaspora that emerged in the Holy Roman Empire in the early Middle Ages, originating from the Jewish communities who lived in the 10th century in the Rhineland Valley and the neighboring France. Yada 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 yada. Let's check out what Ben Shapiro had to say to Charlamagne the God.
I think that on a sort of public policy level, reparative policies don't tend to be nearly as effective as people want them to be, historically speaking.
They work for Jewish people.
In what way?
Jewish people have received reparations.
Okay.
You mean
this nigga said in what way? Like y'all wasn't getting reparations.
They work for Jewish people.
In what way?
Jewish people have received reparations.
You mean Holocaust reparations, for example, from Germany? So I think that first of all, that there was like a gigantic fight actually in Israel over whether Holocaust survivors should accept reparations from Germany.
A fight between who? Hold up. That's like me being down and out, right? Down and out. And then I got people that want to give me money, but I'm down and out with my family. My family's like, we should not take this. We should not take this. But then we take it anyway. And then later on, after a decade has passed and we're who we are now, walking around with our chest out, yeah, we didn't want to take it, but y'all took it. The fuck are you talking about? By the way, why is Ben Shapiro on the Breakfast Club anyway? Ben Shapiro is promoting his new book, Lions and Scavengers, A True Story of America. And her critics. That's very interesting. In a world split between noble lions and destructive scavengers, only the brave can lead the way. Acclaimed writer and conservative thought leader Ben Shapiro knows that at the heart of today's conflicts, political, economic, and cultural, is a dangerous lie that all people are equal in ability, and that all inequality stems from oppression and exploitation. Is he married? All right, he is married. Wait, hold on. Warren. Children? Okay. 4 children. Right.
Actually in Israel over whether Holocaust survivors should accept reparations from Germany, because the idea was that it's allowing them to expiate their sins of the past, and they shouldn't be allowed to expiate those sins, and it's allowing them to sort of buy off the history for 50 grand or whatever it is.
What? You not getting off light. You better keep that 50 grand per person in the 1940s.
Cause I told you.
But that is not the reason why Israel has become successful economically. Like just on a success level, the reality is that cutting people checks rarely makes them more successful from the government. What usually makes people more successful is a determined attempt to become the things that the meritocracy demands of you.
I agree, but what happens when you and your people do these things over and over and over again and are constantly destroyed by the government and the people of the government? What about that?
Right, so there were no long
I do
scale.
think the U.S. foreign assistance for Israel has helped financially.
Well, I mean, the U.S. foreign assistance for Israel actually is a bargain for the United States.
What? Hold up. As per this, development since October 7th, 2023. So this is 2 years ago, 2 years old. So it's possible that it's even more money. To date, the United States has provided Israel with $174 billion in bilateral assistance and missile defense funding. What are you talking about? It's a bargain. So, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. I give it to you straight or I don't give it to you at all. He's sounding very stereotypically, when I say Jewish. Yeah, we didn't want your money, your household money. You need to pay for your sins, but we gonna take that bread. And then the U.S. is giving these motherfuckers $174 billion, but we don't need it though. We don't want it, but we'll take it. You see where I'm going with this? And U.S. is not the only country that gives these motherfuckers money. I know there's other countries that give money too, not that much. We know U.S. is one of the main countries that do this.
There were no long
I do
scale.
think the U.S. foreign assistance for Israel has helped financially.
Well, I mean, the U.S. foreign assistance for Israel actually is a bargain for the United States because Israel doesn't need the money. I've said this before.
Well,
Israel,
give it to us.
I mean,
we'll take it.
That's fine.
The black community would gladly take it.
That's in it.
I can't speak for everybody.
It's like $3 billion a year. We should point out at this point that we spent.
This nigga said $3 billion, like that shit was chump change.
And I think $6 billion a year on our military base.
Hold up. How y'all out here giving motherfuckers $3 billion a year, but y'all can't pay y'all snack? Forget it. Government was shut down, right?
In Japan, $5 billion a year on our military bases in Germany. We spend an awful lot of money. That helps an awful lot of other countries. Israel has to spend all of that money, by the way, in the United States on military product. So all of the money that we send to it, we actually don't send money to Israel. We send military product to Israel that is made in the United States. And so it actually is a subsidy to the American defense industry. And there is a deal with Israel where Israel does intelligence sharing and also develops its own tech and can't disseminate it to the world. So for example, the helmets that our F-35 pilots use, those are Israeli developed helmets like that we can see over the horizon, for example. That's because Israel developed technological add-ons. So the idea that this is sort of like a zero sum, the money goes out, we get nothing back, that's actually not.
So like Charlamagne said, if y'all don't need the money and y'all ain't doing nothing with the bread, then give it away.